Like, well, things don't seem to be the same. The money's not coming like it used to. And that's what happens with many artists. They'll come to a point in their career where God says, okay, I'm drying up this brook. It's not a bad thing. The Bible talks about, seasons change. But I was supposed to come to the prophet, the mouth of God, to get the next instruction for my life.
So you had to find out what the next season was.
And that's why I didn't have the sneaker deal and all these things that are happening for me, because I didn't have a prophet in my life. And when I looked at her, that was me in the background screaming, because that touched me so much, because that was my life. And you're trying to go back to your friends and tell them, which I've been trying to tell people around me, listen, there's a man right here in New York City that has turned my life around. And they look at me like, I don't know, this Reverend Run thing, I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, woof, $100 million comes in. And so the Bible talks about, if you don't believe me for my words, believe me for the harvest that has come in. Yes. And now the people around me that sees me upright, standing up, they say, okay, where is that man? Where is that prophet? Where is that Bishop Jordan that you're talking about? And that's what's happening right now. My life is transformed just like Riverly Lipscomb. And that testimony touches me, because sometimes you have to go through something before you go find out. You don't go to the dentist unless you got a toothache. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out right there right now that have problems. And when it becomes bad enough, you'll call that number. That's right. And I'm sure there's some people out there that need to call that number right now. What you're doing is not working.
Tell them what that number is.
212-316-2177.
Wow. Prophet Simmons, is it important having a prophet in your life?
Well, it's the difference between having a map and walking around lost. There's a difference between not knowing where you're going and having a navigation system in your car. Why would you want to walk around troubleshooting when somebody can just say that God made prophets in the earth that can just look at you and say, you're supposed to be over there. And you're standing here while it's raining. Get under the umbrella of the prophet.
Wow, that's powerful. Prophet Green, why do a person need to call right now?
If you need direction in your life, you need to call right now. I mean, the prophet will stretch you like elastic. But it works. It works all the time.
Amen.
You need to call right now.
Amen, amen. Prophet Hargo, why do a person need a prophet in their life?
It's the same as Saul in 1 Samuel 9 and 6. He lost something, and he couldn't find it. He had to face his fears and face his father. There are those of you that have situations you're lost something, someone, or you're lost. You need directions, and the prophet can speak into your life and give you directions.
Amen. Let's get ready to prophesy to some individuals right now. Prophet Simmons, I have a Denise Shannon. What's the word of the Lord?
I hear the word of the Lord for you, Denise. God said there's a relationship situation going around you, but God said romance is in the air and things are about to change for you. Relationships are favorable in this season.
What do you see for a Jacqueline Sherrill?
I hear the word of the Lord for you, Jacqueline. God said that money has been an issue for you, but God said take your mind off the money and put your mind on God. Move away from worry.
Amen. Prophet Wright, I have a Naomi Sims. What's the word of the Lord to Naomi?
The word of the Lord is going to be your strength in this season. You're going through some difficulties, but you're coming out.
What do you see for a Sister Nitu Singh?
The Lord said what's been held up concerning the finances has now been released, says the word of the Lord.
Amen. Prophet Hargo, I have a Christine Spencer from Ohio. What's the word of the Lord?
Your miracle is in the mail, thus saith the Lord.
Amen. I have next a Gigi Stevenson from out of Washington, D.C. What's the word of the Lord to her?
Get ready for a divine change. Let's get ready to come into your life for directions.
Amen. Prophet Green, I have a McLean Tanukrin. What's the word of the Lord for Brother McLean from out of Canada?
I am your rock, said the Lord. Stand still. I am your rock. I know that there's some fighting against you, but I'm going to turn it around, said the Lord. Victory is ahead.
Amen. What about for Sister Patricia Tyler from out of California?
Sister Patricia, I saw traveling. It's traveling for you in this season, said the Lord.
Amen. Next, I have Alfreda Vincent. And Alfreda, I hear the word of the Lord for you saying, you have a great mind for technology, computers, things that are going to be well structured, bringing structure in your life. Prepare for happiness. It's right around the corner. And the only thing that will keep you away from it will be your lack of vision. But today, I give unto you fresh vision. And remember, without a vision, a people will perish. But with a vision, a people will flourish. Choose whether you will flourish or perish by grabbing a hold of the vision of insight through the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Spirit of the living God. Let's go to this announcement and we'll be right back. You're watching Master Prophet E. Bernard Jordan and the company of prophets and our guest, Prophet Hargo. Stay tuned and don't go away. Well, what are you waiting for? I hope you're calling right now because I'm waiting for the phones to ring and they're ringing right now. And I want you to know that there is a prophetic word for you. And if that line is ringing, keep ringing it until you can get through. There'll be some miracles that will begin to take place, and it will bring you to a point and to a place of breakthrough. Miracles are always happening, but you need to call right now. Sometimes you must know. Prophet Wright, what is the advantage of calling right now?
Your advantage of calling right now is that the prophet has answers for your questions. And when you call that number 212-316-2177, you have just reached the place where you can have answers to your situations and your dilemmas. And let me tell you, it sets your life in order.
Amen. We're going to get ready and prophesy to some more individuals right now. We'll begin with Prophet Hargo. We have a brother, Tory Waiters, from out of Springfield, Virginia. What's the word of the Lord?
The word of the Lord is that teeter-totter experience is over and favor is yours.
My God. We have Rovilia Ward from out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who has made contact with us. What's the word of the Lord?
You have received a word from the Lord previous to this, but others, feeling that they're in your best interest, are giving you advice, and it's probably good advice. But God says, stick with what He has told you for now and even for the future.
Amen. Next, Prophet Wright, I have an Albert Way. What's the word of the Lord?
You have many choices to make in this season, but the Lord said He's going to direct you on your path, says the word of the Lord concerning real estate.
Amen. And that was the word of the Lord for Albert Way. I have a Barbara Williams from out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, Prophet Wright. What do you see?
Barbara, I'm seeing you trying to make some hasty moves, and there's a spirit of restlessness upon you in this season. But the Lord said, be at peace. I'm going to direct you concerning your career.
Amen. Okay. Prophet Simmons, I have an Yvonne Williams from out of North Carolina. What's the word of the Lord?
I'm hearing the word of the Lord for you. God said that it feels like you want to leave a situation, leave. I'm hearing the word leaving ringing in my ear. God said you can make that move.
Amen. I also have a Sister LaKitty Williams from out of California. What's the word of the Lord?
I heard the word of the Lord for you. God said, oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Hold on to your belief, and God is about to work it out for you.
Amen. And LaKitty, you need to call back in because I need to update your record because there's some valuable information that I also need to tell you further. Amen. You need to make that call right now. Okay. Prophet Green, I have a Paulette Williams from out of Maryland. What's the word of the Lord?
There's an inheritance that is laid up for you, and you need to seek about it, said the Spirit of the Lord.
Amen. I have a Ray Williams from Pine Bluff. What's the word of the Lord?
Ray, I saw a new car coming into your hand, and new move. There's a new car and there's a new move. There's also a real estate deal that you need to check out, said the Spirit of the Lord.
Amen. Now, you need to make a phone call right now. And I'd like to say to you that this is going to be a time for you to become reestablished, not only in your faith, but in your purpose in life.